Welcome back to tonight's Sad Reality. If you can tell by the deck what I was cooking, I probably played this game like a year ago. I have no idea. Back when Goblin Curse was good. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired after another 8-hour shift today. But my genetics suck. I learned yesterday the hard way that just in every way possible, I think my genetics kind of suck. And allow me to explain. So turns out. Like, it's normal for people's ears to get clogged, but, like, not so normal for them to get completely blocked to the point you just can't hear anything. And, my mom was like, oh, that happens, I guess. And I'm like, what? Since when? And she apparently had to go have her ears unblocked at one point. Well, I woke up yesterday morning, and I couldn't hear anything out of one ear. And I tried to, like, fix it in the shower, and sometimes it's kind of fixable, sometimes it's not really fixable. This was one of those days where you couldn't fix it, couldn't get it out. So I like went downstairs. She was like playing music, making food or whatever, and I just couldn't hear the music. And I'm like, okay, that's a little concerning. I can't go to work. I can't hear anything. That's a bad thing to happen. Oh, I'm so cooked. Mega Knight, get off my tower, please. Remember when Goblin Curse was good? You remember? Anyone? How am I still winning? What? I wasn't even paying attention to that. I watch Ken videos. Is that obvious? Is that obvious that I'm a Ken enjoyer? I hope I lose this match so horribly, though, because I don't know what I'm playing. Oh, nice. I love Firecracker. We all abuse the mess out of this card. This is like Balloon Cycle, and then they added Evo Volk, and I remember just putting that in my deck because I was like, this is a good card. I think this guy's got Evo Battle Ram, though, I think? I don't know. Basically, just be aware of the win conditions or something. But yeah, so my mom was like, okay, well, you kind of got to go fix that, and I was like, yeah, I should probably go get my ear fixed. And so I ended up in, there's like some like urgent care thing nearby for, just your average medical needs. I'm so cooked. That's funny too. I used to be decent at this game. I used to like actually play back when there used to be like a lightning symbol for one of the arenas or whatever, back in what, middle school or high school. And now I don't even know what the game is anymore. It's like everything all at once, and not in a good way. I've already used that video title. I haven't really been playing my win condition. I think that's my problem. Have we thought about this one? Have brain cells been processed? But yeah, I don't know how people yap and play games like this at the same time. It's just like, there's no way. There's no conceivable universe where intelligent thoughts are actually processed. And that's probably why I consume that on YouTube. Okay, do I change my deck? Probably not. I don't really feel like using brain cells here. Oh, yep, that's a fire emote. Love that one. Anyways, so I got there, and, I go over to the counter, and, there's someone else is in there. It's actually, like, not just me as the only person there, surprisingly. There's, some other lady and her son there. I think he's sick. They have, like, masks on, COVID stuff. But I wait for them to finish. I sit down first, and then when they finish, he's like, "Oh, do you sign over at the tablet?" And I just say, "I can't hear this ear. I'm sorry. Could you help me out?" And he says, "Oh, just like sign on the tablet or whatever. Just type my name in and phone number. Super easy. Not a complicated process." And then she gets me signed in at the desk afterwards. I don't know why. One thing was a prereq for the other. I guess they had to sign me up for a bunch of spam phone calls, which, that sounds like a joke, but then I got a bunch of, like, "You've been signed up for this, this, and this," and I'm like, okay, great, thank you so much for... I love the US and our medical system and every system we have. They're flawless, there are no problems whatsoever. But hey, I'm part of the problem. I work in retail, and we hate retail workers, right? I don't know. This country's a mess. But hasn't it always been that way? Maybe. There's an argument that's like, we look back, and the way we perceive the struggles we've gone against, perhaps maybe there's more ideologically right and wrong things, but I think we've always been a mess in some degree or another. This is weird, but Evo Volk might kind of save me here. I should have raged that way earlier. I don't know why I didn't. And I was trying to get rid of that flying machine with the Volk, but I didn't. Okay, so now our right side's a little cooked. But then, sit in the waiting room for a little bit. A few other people show up. There's like 5 or 6 people in the waiting room. I would say 6 and then the number afterwards, but literally can't go a day in retail without hearing that. In fact, some mom today showed up and she was like, I'll round up because it's 6, 7 cents. And I was like, okay, thank you for your contribution to the exporting goods tax write-offs. I don't know. You know when you donate, you are a tax write-off for corporations. Just fun fact. If you haven't thought about that one, that's do you think any corporation actually cares about giving back? I'm not convinced, but maybe I'm too pessimistic and black-pilled and everything else to actually um, care. I don't know. Oh, I remember these things. They do death damage, and that's concerning. Go, my skeleton. Please, something hit the Dart Goblin, please. I haven't really gotten any use out of Goblin Curse, and that's because spam isn't really in. Nowadays, it's play this one card and kill everything with your 5 elixir card. That is the value of 9 elixir. That's why everyone says this game's dying, but they've been saying that for I don't even know how many years now, and it's like still going on. I think of the same thing when I think of like slab content. I was just watching some expose video the other day, like 5-minute crafts, and apparently everything is not as it seems, and I'm like, well, it's YouTube for you. It's the world at large. Back to the whole story, anyways. That was a tangent and a half. Geez. Eventually, I get to the waiting room, and or not the waiting room. After the waiting room, I get to my own room, and then I end up waiting another like 10-15 minutes again because they're busy with other people, I guess. In fact, the first lady who comes to see me, she's like, I don't even work here, but I'm here to like do paperwork, and I'm like, okay, cool. Why are you here if you don't work here? Why are you in this room if you don't work? I don't know, filling in for someone or something. A doctor's a doctor, I guess. Is it a job that's that hard to ask someone how much they weigh and how tall they are and what color their eyes are? Or what their pulse is? You just put the thing on their arm and it's like, you are, in fact, alive. Your vital signs are working. Congratulations. And after all that, eventually, I think it's like 20 or 30 minutes goes by and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get out of here anytime soon. We're stuck in a bureaucracy. Oh, I'm getting cooked here. This is not my finest gameplay. But hey, you know what? This deck is mid. Maybe at one point it was good. Like 10 to 8 million years ago, back when the dinosaurs ruled, I guess. Is Mohammed Light still screwed out of the creator program for what he said? Has it been that long? Or is he back in it? I don't know. Game balancing, am I right? But yeah, so then at some point they look in my ear and they're like, oh, your ear is blocked. And I'm like, yes, yes it is. A wise observation. And then after that, they're like, okay, there's this pink substance. Here's the Among Us potion. I'm cooked once again. Foiled. Please let me out of it. Okay. This is not something we're breaking through, because he has Goblin Cage, and more brain cells than I possess at this hour. I still have to meet with my YouTube team and, like, actually get stuff done today. And I haven't. That's because not only have I been lazy, but I don't know. I feel like some days I just don't really feel like making things happen, and I don't know why that is. Welcome to being 21. The world's gonna move ever slower. I'm leaking elixir. Not in real life, in the game. Negative Goblin Curse value. Let's go. Maybe I switch decks. Maybe that's the plan. The plan to play Soup. I lost to Soup. Shout out my boy Soup. What other heinous stuff do I have in here? Is there anything? Hey, remember when this was the strat? When that was the play? This is a 2v2 deck, 2v2 deck. Really weird 2v2 deck. This is maybe doable. Maybe I cycle fat. Well, actually, I've got Hero Goblins. What if I actually use a hero card? Whoa. Buy elixir. You are in the mix. To activate a card's hero form, place it in a hero wild slot. There. I think I activated it. Okay. Cool. Anyway, I should probably always up to. That way they're not like that bad. Here's your 2 level up. Or you know what? Let's use this, because I never use these. You know what? Let's use this, because I also rarely use these. Use. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's the Among Us potion, right? Pink substance, and they're like, this is stool softener, we're going to pour this into your ear, and I'm like, okay. That was fun. So they had me on my side for like 5 minutes, because they can't get whatever's in my ear out of my ear, which is a wax buildup of like, I don't even know how many years it's been. I've never had my ears drained of anything, to my knowledge. I'm like, why did I say that? So that goes on for 5 minutes, and then she comes back in with like, it basically looks like a giant squirt bottle. And then starts pressure washing the inside of my ear, like, very aggressively. In fact, there's this whole setup to basically prevent the water from dripping down, and it does not work, like, not at all. It gets, like, all on my shirt and stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is fun, you know, having all sorts of liquids over me. And keep in mind, I should be at work in, like, 10 minutes at this point, and that's not going to happen, let me tell you. Oh, did he just cook his goblin cage? Is he cooked? Level 16 witch, am I cooked? This is cooked. Oh, we're really cooked. He's using the heroes. Go, my Mega Knight. Wait, did I cannot revive the goblins? Am I crazy? He doesn't understand. King Tower, maybe? Nope, I was way too late. Okay, I'm gonna stop pretending like I know how to play this game still. That's fine too. I thought about doing like practice rounds, but I was like, if I do that, I'll get all the bot rounds. So I was hoping that would happen when I start recording, and it didn't happen. But so we go through the first round of that. That doesn't work. She looks back and she's like, okay, that didn't really work. We're gonna do the exact same thing. Okay, you know, sure, why not? Let's do the exact same thing. Why not? Why not? Is he giving up? Are both of our brains cooked? Today I learned that antimatter's a thing, and I think we're, I don't even know where I'm going with that, but, yeah, this is welcome to Clash. Love that Ken clip where he's like, this is Clash Royale! Can this stop buffering? Oh my gosh, I'm streaming to my phone, but like, jeez. Hopefully the video quality's not been bad. This is my really weird workaround way of doing this because I'm not intelligent. Or I guess workaround maybe implies intelligence because it's like, you found a way to do this. But yeah, so we get through round 1 of that, doesn't work. Do the exact same thing, round 2. The Among Us potion goes back in the ear for like 5 minutes on my side, sitting there. I'm thinking, okay, I could text my boss and tell him I'm probably going to be late. I can't call them. The expectations are supposed to call the store or whatever. But I'm thinking, okay, well, if I do call the store, I'm not going to be able to hear what they're saying. But also, where am I going with this? There's like a bunch of signs in there too that's like, no using phone while in the room and doing things. Okay, that's cool. I'll be respectful and also lazy and ignore what I'm supposed to be doing. I guess. Welcome to being 21. Welcome to sad reality. I love this card. I used to, back in high school, I used to love the Prince card. That's my favorite card in the world. Like, the amount of damage output when it gets charging, kinda crazy, if you ask me. Anyways. So we do the same thing again. She comes back in after 5 minutes, starts pressure washing inside of my ear. And, like, it doesn't hurt. It just feels like warm water is kind of getting, like, ejected straight back into your brain. And, well, that's like kind of, it does hurt, only hurt when they like push it like super deep in, because again, we're not able to get this clump of, this recording quality is amazing. I love my internet. But yeah, so like, it's, no bueno, doesn't work. Mega Knight. I'm sorry, if you're running Royal Hogs against Mega Knight, slightly cooked. Yeah, like that was instant kill. Does he give up? I would have given up that. Oh, no, he's still getting it. He's not cooked yet. Not mentally anyways. Not spiritually. Oh, the Skarmy, my favorite clutch card. Not clutch card, crutch card is what we used to call it. Dude, back in high school, it was like the most stupid thing, but I had this one friend. I would hop on Clash Royale with him every single day, and we would just sit there and just grind this game. Like, almost religiously. It was peak. You know, like, we did, like, the Skeleton Barrel clone strats and everything, and, like, Rocket Cycle 2v8, or not 2v8, I think in Dead by Daylight, 2v2 cheese. Oh, is the internet cooking itself? Maybe. I'm streaming to myself if that's not obvious by moving my mouse around, hoping that perhaps my computer will divert more attention. Wait, it doesn't kill level 14 bats? Hello? That's a little crazy. Okay. Well, time to go to another Mega Knight. So we use that Mega Knight to tank for the Mega... Oh, that was the plan, and that doesn't happen because... what does he do here, though? That's a better... Oh, okay, well... Remember to use Skarmy. We don't. Why did I put a snowball there? Some questions are better left unanswered. So if he gets bored of the trying to get the thing out of my ear on the left side, she's like, okay, you want me to the right side next? And I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. I can still kind of hear it on my right side, it's fine. It's not, like, perfect, but it's not abysmal. And then, so I do that, because the left ear is, like, not working at all. 5 minutes, whatever, go by, do the thing, the Among Us potion goes in the ear, and, oh, my skeletons. Bye-bye. Hog Rider, Fire, or, not Fire, Ice Sprite, best push in the game. Mega Nut. Neuron activation. Speaking of, crush cards. Mega Nut. Like, at high levels, is it hard to kite this thing around the arena? No, not really, but is it funny? Can it do a lot of stuff? Yeah. I see why it can be a menace at low levels, kind of like here right now. By the time we pour the pink liquid out of my other ear, I'm like, oh no, I can't hear out of this ear any. Oh no, oh no, that's bad. And then starts power washing that one or whatever, and I think after like 2 minutes of that, then I can hear everything, and then she shows me that like, I think fingers are considered digits, I think is the word, I don't know the terminology, or did I play bats there, we may never know. Maybe I felt like I needed to use Elixir there for no reason. I'm not like I'm leaking or anything. Oh. Okay, welcome back to this episode of How Cooked Are We? If there were hero goblins, that would be fine. Oh. Okay, well it kind of works itself out. Yeah, so if your finger's a digit, and your digit were to be divided into digits, there's like 3 digits per digit, if that makes sense. Like 1.5 digits, so like a third of my pinky, or like half of it, whatever, of just like black gunk comes out of my ear, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. I thought my ears were small, I thought there wasn't anything in there. Or, I mean, I know there's stuff in there, obviously, but like, there couldn't be that much stuff in there. Kind of makes you wonder. So as a fun fact, inside your body, there's a lot of, like, empty space, kind of. I'm guessing it varies depending on BMI and other things, too. But, like, your intestines, for example, when you think about the amount of stuff that can go in there, or the way that the human body can expand to do things, or whatever, kind of cool. Is this a science channel? Maybe. regardless, so that got fixed. Then, what is happening? This is just firecracker spam. My favorite. Oh. I love snowball knockback. This is definitely me not abusing. Up, and then everything goes when it passes over the bridge. E-wizard. I should have played Chaos mode. Is that still up? Looks so peak. And he just ignored my Mega Knight. I mean, I saw I played the Ice Sprite, but like, bro. Where'd all the brain cells go? Anyways, we go back to the other ear, and I'm like doing stuff with my hands over the, like by the right side of my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can hear things. Like I rub my fingers together, and I can hear textures. It's crazy. I can hear how dry my skin is and gross and whatever. But Royal Chef. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And I see Zappies, and then we realize just how miserable this is about to be. Oh, okay, well at least the Royal Chef got immense value there. Of course it doesn't hit the firecracker too, but... Yep, and then now it does. This game is not jank at all. That's why Royal Chef is mid. It used to be the only way to play the game, but that's the same thing for all the new cards. Anyways, the short of it, eventually, I think like 3 or 4 times, eventually my left ear's unclogged, and I can hear again. Crazy, right? By this point, though, it is literally like an hour and a half past the time I'm supposed to go to work. I haven't texted anyone. I know, though, for a fact that my boss isn't at work today. I know other people are there. My boss is fine with me being late because it's retail. Nobody cares. There's other people that do care because they're like, how come he gets to show up late? Whatever. That's because I actually get my job done. Like, today, for example, I think I folded like 180 shirts. I serviced 104 customers and all this other stuff. Like, literally the highest metrics in the entire store with like the 13 people working there. So that's why I get to show up late. We're cooked. Why didn't I hit the Mega Knight mid-flight? These are questions I need answered, please, Supercell. I remember when E-Giant was like the thing as well. I played back then too. So he's a P.E.K.K.A player. And that's about to get boosted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to nuke this thing out of orbit if I can. Okay, this is, we call this the spam. Nope. We're cooked. Okay, we'll do this. Try to splash the Zappies a little bit. We're fine. We're fine. A little less fine. Oh, you got Furnace. That's a fun card. Oh, is my internet cooked again? Maybe. I can tell because as soon as I can't hear anything, I'm using my audio from my computer to listen to this. But yeah, I get to work, I show up, and then my favorite coworker is like, did the boss change your schedule or something? And I was like, no, I was at urgent care for 2.5 hours getting my ears unclogged. And he was like, okay. That's funny, I knew he was gonna be there that day, and I was just thinking, I was like, dude, Benson's gonna be pissed. Regular show. What do I do? Do I just keep spamming Evo Mega Knight? I guess this is technically a cycle deck. Do I play for King Tower? That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Although, is he gonna let me take— oh, I think he just cooked himself. Bro did not think that one ahead. Please. Okay. That's a good way to end the video. Or do I do one more? I'm kind of enjoying this. I see why this game hasn't died yet. We'll do one more. How long is it? I need to get on call with my team in 7 minutes. Okay, yeah, one more. That's what we're calling it at. But yeah, so I didn't realize that was a thing that just happens. Like, apparently your ears will do that, and she was like, yeah, people will come back sometimes 2 months later and then have the same thing happen where they have to get their ears unclogged. I'm like, okay, that's fun. I'm sure there's like OTC stuff, so over the counter or whatever. There are ways to prevent this and not have that happen. But I'm just like, man, I'm feeling old because the doctor is no longer like, go there for an annual checkup. Now it's like, oh, hey, you can't hear? Oh, hey, your eyes are inflamed and you can't, like, see? That's not an exaggeration either. I have Demodex blepharitis, which means that my eyes swell up with, like, nonsense in them because, the mites living around them, there's, like, some imbalance there. So there's that. I have allergies to pollen, dust, everything. If you haven't heard me sneeze 8 trillion times in these videos. Yeah, it's just... I got my mom's face, ugh. Joke that big nose or something. I don't know. My genetics are cooked. It's just... why? Like, every way things can go wrong, I feel like they have. And it sucks too, because I've had so much stuff I want to do, and then stuff like that comes up, or like, my team was like, dude, do not freak out. The video will get done whenever it needs to get done if you literally can't hear. And I'm like, you don't understand. There's always going to be something coming up with stuff. Just every day. That's the reality of it. I feel like the difference isn't whether or not, like, you take the time for it or whatever, because trust me, I've taken plenty of time. It's called being lazy. I'm used to it. No, it's not. That's not genetic. It's chronic. But the difference is whether or not you get the stuff done that you need to get done. And I'm just like, I haven't, you know. I have not. Or in some regards, I have, and the things that I think matter more, I haven't. Like, sure, I read parts of the Bible, I got other stuff done, but I don't know. More to be done. El Goblino. What they used to call XQC, I think. Don't know my lore. This guy's spouting off references. He spends way too much time on the internet. Great cannon cart timing. Shout out. Okay, well, at least the bats clean up. But yeah, so between that and today, I'm tired, and I've got another 8.5-hour shift tomorrow, which is probably closer to just 8 hours, because it's not, we don't stay that long after closing, and it's not complicated. Why am I playing Mega Knight on this side? I don't know. Like I see, well, actually, screw it, mini push, it's funny. And if he doesn't do anything about that... He's gotta deal with some of those. Part of me thinks Clash Royale players, we're like RAM, where there's only a certain amount of memory that we have, or like processing power that we can handle. And then they just get overwhelmed, and they're like, okay, I don't know what to do anymore. Or he's letting me win? Oh. Oh, another witch positioning, not great. No bueno. Nice try, little bro. See you in the lobby. Okay, thanks for listening to whatever that was. I'll see you in tomorrow's Sad Reality. Have a good one, y'all.